I'm going to show you all the tools needed to comprehensively track your stock portfolio and remain up to date on all your investments. Plus, as an added bonus, all of the tools that I mentioned in this video today are absolutely free. Investors are always facing a challenge. However, the most typical problem I've found as an investor is balancing researching stocks and keeping up to date with them with the stress of life and being busy. So I prioritize keeping up to date on all my investments whilst committing minimal time to do so. In order to achieve this, I look to avoid the tidal wave of irrelevant company news that's sent out every single day. So what do I use to keep informed on my stocks? Well, I use the London Stock Exchange website. It's a bit primitive, but it has all the functionality that I need. The beauty of this setup is that once you've tagged each investment that you'd like to follow, you don't need to use the website again. On here, you'll want to go to the email alerts page and select new alert, then scroll down to the news alert where you can specify the company ticker and news type. I personally prefer to track news for major updates such as dividend declarations, all earnings results, and the annual report. I think that most concerns or major changes will be outlined in these updates, and if there's more pressing news, it will likely see it reflected in the share price of the company and can do your own quick research to find out what happened. I really like using the London Stock Exchange because it gives me complete control over the company news that I receive, as opposed to seeing the 100th Motley Fool article this week telling you that Lloyd's is a sell after yesterday saying it was a buy. Plus, if you've used any of the RNS tracking apps, you'll know how annoying it is to get daily notifications because one of your company has a share buyback scheme posting RNSs every single day. My top tip for this one is to use a separate email address that you'll only check for stock market news, keeping your inbox focused on what really matters. Unfortunately, this website as of the moment doesn't work for tracking US stocks, but do stay tuned because I have another solution that complements this website extremely well. But what if you're researching a stock and want to check the quality of the numbers? This next website is a fantastic tool for analyzing trends as it allows you to export the financial company data. Even better is it allows you to export 10 years worth of financial data, meaning you can analyze the longer term trends and hopefully reduce the chances that you invest in a value trap. When combined with a spreadsheet, you can run the numbers of valuable KPIs very quickly. In fact, I'm planning to run a workshop on how to analyze stocks efficiently. So if you're interested, click the link in the description down below. Morningstar has a wide coverage of many different companies on different indexes. The only issue that I've run into on this website is that the data available is different for tracking UK or tracking US stocks, meaning that you'll need to set up multiple spreadsheets for the exports if you want to quickly analyze both markets. But Oz, I already track stock news and can do my own stock analysis. How can I efficiently track my stock portfolio? Well, there's a handful of good options. To start, let's keep it simple and focus on tracking dividend income. I prioritize dividends because it's easy to set up and provides lots of motivation to keep pushing onwards with the stock portfolio. So what do I think is the best app to track dividend income? Well, it's Stock Events. What's brilliant about this app is it not only tracks my dividends, but also forecasts what it believes I'll receive in the future and breaks it down by how much I'll earn in each month. Since I can often forget that I'm receiving a dividend, it's very useful to get a notification from this app telling me that I'm due to be receiving a dividend of, let's say, £20 on Tuesday. As an added bonus, this app really complements the London Stock Exchange website and fills in that void left behind as it didn't provide US stock news. This app is perfectly geared for that and also allows you to keep informed on macroeconomics. Now, I'm not too much of a fan of macroeconomics, but I do believe that a few minutes should be spent on knowing the ballpark figures for inflation, employment, interest rates, etc. And this app even goes a step further to give you a calendar, which informs you of not only the actual figure, but also contrasts it to the forecasted amount. Plus, I don't have to read any of the clickbait articles or rampant speculation on the future of the economy, and can instead come to my own conclusions based on the figures available. Oh, and this app does the same for upcoming dividend payments, which I found very useful too. Let's say you've got a dividend tracker, you've got stock news updates, but you really want to dive into your investment performance. What is the best tracking tool for analyzing your stock portfolio? Well, I've got two options for you. The first one is an app that allows you to excellently track your investment portfolio, the current prices, and the complicated performance calculations. You can even export the portfolio breakdown into a PDF and have a really detailed understanding of how your investments have performed. This app also has a news feature which you could use if you'd like, and it's actually quite good for regular news in countries of your choice, but primarily I would like to use this as a performance tracker. But there is one problem with this app that could make it a deal breaker for you right now. The problem is that it is an absolute pain to modify or import a spreadsheet of your transactions. Believe me, it's coming from someone that is not only proficient in Excel, but also writing VBA. It likely wants more detail than your broker can provide, and means that realistically you'll have to track every transaction manually, which works very well for someone with a small portfolio or for someone who rarely trades. So what is the most convenient way of tracking your portfolio without too much effort that is also free? Well, it's using a spreadsheet. But wait, aren't spreadsheets really complicated and require lots of effort to do? It can be, but I've got a solution for you. I've built a custom spreadsheet that tracks all of your holdings, lets you research stocks, and gives live updates on price. Even better, if you're a user of free trade, I've got a modified version of this spreadsheet that allows you to export all the activity from your free trade broker and just paste it into the spreadsheet, and it will work right away. There's a link in the description down below where you can download a copy of this spreadsheet for yourself. However, you must follow this one important step, because if you don't do it, you won't be able to use the spreadsheet. Once you're onto the Google Sheets page, you'll need to click File and then Make a Copy. Do not click Request Access to Edit, because I'm just not going to allow it. Once you've clicked File and Make a Copy, this will save it to your own Google account, which means no one can see or touch it except you, maintaining your privacy. Even if you already have your own custom spreadsheet, I've spent countless weeks building and finalizing this spreadsheet. So you could just go in there and steal all my formulas and upgrade your own spreadsheet too, saving you the effort of trawling through countless tutorials on how to do so. But maybe you already have the kit to track your stock portfolio, but you want to know what the best stockbroker is. Do I know which is the best stockbroker to use? Well, yeah, click here to learn about the best stockbroker and investing app in the UK.